Alright, so I got Overdriver 10 for 700,000 credits. So I'm gonna be making a video on this and check like if it's good or not, and like kind of decide if it's worth getting for everyone else. I'm kind of late to this video, but anyways, let's get into it and see how it goes. Alright, it's a 1v1. Yes, somebody here with a name. I don't know what it is, but so let's start. So as you can see, if we can keep firing this, the color turns red, and it is pretty interesting, pretty fun to look at. And I'm just gonna bring it up like this. Well, the damage output is really good. If I talk about Overdrivers, it has good sustain DPS, I would say. Pretty good. Pretty inferior to minigun. And it is the best assault weapon in the game currently. I think Reaper could be good, but it still doesn't beat it because like Reaper kind of doesn't do much damage. Not much. Its DPS is still lower than Overdriver, so I would say like Overdriver is still better. But only like mildly. But we're talking in terms of free to play here. Free to play options. Nope, I may be cooked here. Oh, let's poke this guy down. And yeah, you guys can go there. I'll just sit here and poke this guy down. That. Nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna get this Arachnos. So it's a freaking 2 FPS. Yeah, a good damage output. I would say this weapon would do best at like mid-range combat within 60 meters or so. At long range it's not that good because due to the projectile speed. It's not that good due to the projectile speed. But it's still nice. The damage output is nice. It's not bad. I'm like using a rank 3 Overdriver 6 here, so that's kind of like the reason. It's not doing that much, but it's still nice though. Like it's doing pretty good. So yeah, on like Surge, it's pretty good. Like it lacks like Eclipse, Aegis, those mechs can take pretty good advantage of this weapon. Uh-oh, I missed my dash here. That's fair enough. Not bad, 7 kills with this is pretty good. It's not bad. Pretty good. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking these weapons up, Overdrivers. I would say the best Overdriver version to go for is the 10, as opposed to the other ones. The 8s are fine, the 8s are like credits I would say. But I would say most people would have Viper 8s at this point, so I would recommend going for the Overdriver 10s if you don't have Graviton Beam 10 already. And Overdrivers are pretty good. The best assault weapon in the game, as I said. And like damage output is nice. And also like another thing about like Overdrivers in general is like it can rip really strong against mods. They can rip mod, shield, and like multi-galvanic hull pretty easily. Because it has that perk called Hot Shot, which is damage ramp up over time. Which is also considered extra damage by galvanic hull. Which means you could get rid of galvanic hull shields and multi-layer shields pretty quickly, and very strong against those. Most enemies in like higher speeds are modded, that'll be pretty good. I recommend going for the Overdriver 10 specifically because you can duplicate those and use it on mechs like Eclipse. If you have a rank 6 Aegis, you can use that as well. Those are like the good ones. It could work on Panther as well, but I think Panther is more of a like a long range type. And Overdrivers do prefer to be used at mid-range combat most of the time. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend using them at like on Panther, but like other mechs would do fine. Like even on Sentinel, I think it could do good, but it's kind of like I don't think that much. It's because like Sentinel doesn't do well with high exposure. So yeah, pretty nice. The 7 kills with this is not bad at all. Pretty strong, indeed. Let's do one more match and I think I'll give my final thoughts on it. Alright, so we're here. We have somebody with a name whatever, I don't know. Spelling this. Whatever, it's fine. get here. This weapon kind of looks like a minigun. That looks like a minigun, but a little different. It works pretty similarly to minigun in some ways, but different in others. But one of the benefits of Overdriver is like it doesn't have to reload, it doesn't have to deal with a really long reload time compared to a minigun. If you're not burning out the weapons too much, which is something that some people may do. It'll take mostly a full magazine of Overdriver to kill most things, I would say. But I think it's not that hard, it's pretty manageable, I would say. Let's cook this guy, cook this boy as well. Yeah, so as you can see, it took me like one magazine to kill both of them. It takes a little time. So yeah, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's not like perfect or anything, I would say. I may be cooked here. I don't know if I survived. I don't know. Let it come here. Why did the thing dash into the freaking orbit? No, but I think it's fine. I can mess him up a bit. I can mess him up, but I don't know if I can mess this guy up. Chill. So yeah, pretty good damage output. Not bad at all. Yeah, pretty good. Kind of wiping these enemies slate clean. Pretty nice. This guy is cooked, and you can see like his galvanic hull is basically gone. I may be cooked here. Okay, he's on the way. It's fine. Because if he teleports, I can squish him. So pretty much an interesting trick here is I'll smack this guy. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bait the Seeker. I'm gonna bait the Seeker. One guy down. If the Seeker jumps onto me, I can just do the railgun. Railgun line. They don't know. It's because it's a P trick. So let's see if he tries it. He may try it, but you know. Could be. Yeah, that's I was expecting him to teleport onto me, but yeah. I'm just gonna move back because he still has a Surge. What does this is? I think he should have a Surge though. Should. Because he did have an Eclipse earlier. So he should have a Surge. Surge as well. I mean, if you're putting on one brain dead mech, might as well have the other one, right? Pretty simple. Nice. Yeah, not bad. Overdrivers, very good. Definitely recommend pick these up, especially the Overdriver 10s. Now I'm just gonna talk about like scenarios where if you have like Overdriver Vipers or Graviton beams. So there are 3 weapons fighting for the sustained fire weapon category here. So we have Overdrivers and Vipers and Graviton beams. Where are they? Like here. So you have like Graviton beams here, Graviton beams, and we have Overdrivers and like Vipers. These are the 3 weapons that people would like kind of have like questions against, like which one should I go for. Overdriver is clearly the best out of all the 3, and you should definitely get those. But in scenarios where if you have Viper 8 already, you can skip Overdriver 8. Pretty much, I don't think it's necessary because Overdriver is like only like a mild difference. It's not that much. It's pretty much, it's a little bit better, but like not that much. So if you have Viper 8, stick with that. You don't need to get Overdriver 8s. If you are tier 6, you can get the Overdriver 10s. That would be pretty good. But again, if you have Graviton Beam 10 already, you can skip Overdriver 10. So if you have Graviton Beam 10 already, you could skip this. But if you need it for tier stars, I would still recommend getting. Pretty useful. But for people that are wondering which one should I get, definitely go for Overdriver. Graviton Beam is kinda not useful anymore, honestly. Like, I use it on my Aegis, but I kinda will take it off pretty soon, because the main reason is, like, after 5k SP, it's like, the constant Revoker Eclipse spam, pretty much cannot deal with it. Like, Graviton Beam does nothing against Eclipse, it's a status effect, obviously. Why have anything counter Eclipse? So yeah, you cannot like use that against Eclipse. I definitely recommend getting this. Overdriver is really strong against Galvanic Call and multi-layer shields. Also really strong thing. Also advantages, also one of the most advantages, it doesn't require implants to be effective. If you want, you can get the burnout rate implant. It could be decent, but it's not necessarily important. Overdriver is one of those weapons, it doesn't require implants to be as effective compared to other ones. So like miniguns in general, like where are they? So like miniguns, you kind of need all three implants. You need the spread, the damage reload, all three of these implants to make it effective, but for Overdrive that's not the case. It doesn't need any implants to be effective, so you can just stack on ability implants and make your boost your ability efficiency, which is really good. I definitely recommend picking these up if you have the option to get these. So yeah, hopefully I explained everything that you need to know. You kind of decide if you want to get these or not. So that'll be it for the video. Thank you all for watching.